In the digital age, where fame explodes with the click of a mouse, one name has risen to unimaginable heights. MrBeast. Millions idolize him, but is there more to this internet sensation than meets the eye? Could his rise be more than just viral videos and savvy marketing? This is about asking critical questions. Could this ancient prophecy be finding its fulfillment in our modern world? Join us on a journey, a quest for truth and discernment. The book of Revelation, the final book of the Bible, stands as a stark warning, a glimpse into the tumultuous end times. It speaks of a world plunged into chaos, where evil reigns and darkness threatens to consume all. At the heart of this apocalyptic vision stands the Beast, a figure of immense power and terrifying influence. Revelation January 2nd, 13 describes the Beast. "And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." This vivid imagery depicts a being of monstrous power, its very name a declaration of rebellion against God. The beast, as described in Revelation, embodies the spirit of Antichrist, a force opposed to everything good and righteous. Is it merely a coincidence that a young man poised to become a global icon would choose the name MrBeast, a name that, whether intentionally or not, evokes images of this apocalyptic figure, a name that whispers of rebellion and darkness? The Bible warns us not to dismiss such things as mere coincidence. Proverbs 16:4 reminds us, "The Lord has made everything for its purpose, even the wicked for the day of trouble." Could it be that the rise of MrBeast, with his seemingly innocuous entertainment and grand displays of generosity, is part of a larger, more sinister plan? Could this be the subtle normalization of evil, the gradual desensitization to the language and imagery of the end times? MrBeast has built his empire on grand spectacles of giving. He gives away fortunes, stages, elaborate contests, and showers strangers with life-changing sums of money. On the surface, his actions appear undeniably altruistic. Who could find fault with such generosity? Who could question such seemingly pure motives? And yet the Bible warns us to be wary of wolves in sheep's clothing. Matthew 7:15 cautions, "Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves." Could MrBeast's philanthropy be a calculated facade, a means to an end? Could his generosity be a tool for amassing influence, for manipulating public opinion, for ultimately leading the masses astray? The Bible speaks of a time when even the elect will be deceived, a time when the lines between good and evil will be blurred. 2 Thessalonians, February 9th, 10, warns of the coming of the lawless one, whose coming is according to the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and with all unrighteous deception among those who perish, because they did not receive the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Is it possible that MrBeast's rise to power, fueled by seemingly benevolent acts, aligns with this prophecy? Could his massive following, captivated by his generosity and entertained by his antics, be unknowingly swayed, their discernment dulled, their hearts primed for deception? These are not questions to be taken lightly. These are questions that demand our attention, our scrutiny, and our unwavering commitment to truth. Before he was MrBeast, the philanthropist, the stuntman, the global icon, he was Jimmy Donaldson, a seemingly ordinary kid from Greenville, North Carolina. Born in 1998, Jimmy's early life was far removed from the glitz and glamour that would later define his public persona. He was, by all accounts, a regular kid, attending public school, playing video games, and harboring dreams of a future yet unwritten. There were, however, hints of the ambition and drive that would later propel him to stardom. Friends and family describe a young man with a relentless work ethic, a mind teeming with ideas, and an unwavering determination to succeed. Even in those early years, Jimmy possessed an innate understanding of the power of attention, of the allure of spectacle. In 2012, at the tender age of 13, Jimmy launched his YouTube channel, adopting the moniker MrBeast 6000. His early videos were, by his own admission, unremarkable. Gaming videos, commentaries and attempts at vlogging that failed to gain traction in the vast and ever-expanding digital landscape. But Jimmy, it seemed, was not easily deterred. He possessed a tenacious spirit, a refusal to accept defeat. He continued to experiment, to refine his approach, to search for the formula that would unlock the elusive code of viral fame. Little did he know his journey was just beginning. A journey that would take him from the quiet suburbs of Greenville to the heights of global stardom, transforming him from an unknown teenager with a camera into a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of both the boundless possibilities and the unsettling anxieties of the digital age. In the annals of internet fame, few stories are as captivating as the meteoric rise of MrBeast. From humble beginnings, Jimmy Donaldson built an online empire, amassing a massive following. The turning point was his video, counting to 100,000. It took over 40 hours and went viral, catapulting him to fame. This success was due to his understanding of the YouTube algorithm. Jimmy embraced the bold and unexpected, pushing content boundaries. His videos became increasingly elaborate and daring. He gave away cars, houses, and even islands. With each video, his fame and influence grew globally. MrBeast's success, while seemingly effortless, is the result of a carefully crafted formula, a strategic blend of entertainment, philanthropy, and an uncanny ability to tap into the very essence of viral content creation. His videos are not merely random acts of generosity or mindless spectacles of excess. They are at their core meticulously designed products, carefully calibrated to maximize views, engagement, and ultimately influence. The stunts, the giveaways, the elaborate challenges, these are not mere gimmicks, but rather carefully calculated hooks designed to reel in viewers, to keep them glued to their screens, to leave them wanting more. MrBeast understands the power of spectacle, the allure of the extraordinary, the irresistible draw of witnessing the impossible made possible. But it is the element of philanthropy, the genuine acts of kindness and generosity, that elevate MrBeast's content beyond mere entertainment. He gives away fortunes not with an air of arrogance or self-importance, but with a sense of genuine joy, a desire to make a tangible difference in the lives of others. It is this aspect of his persona, this willingness to use his platform for good, that has endeared him to millions, solidifying his status as not just an entertainer, but as a role model, a beacon of hope in an increasingly cynical world. MrBeast has mastered the art of viral content creation, understanding the delicate balance between entertainment and purpose, spectacle and substance. He has cracked the code of online engagement, building an empire on a foundation of carefully crafted videos that are at once captivating, inspiring, and undeniably addictive. With over 168 million subscribers on YouTube alone, MrBeast commands an audience that dwarfs the populations of most countries. His videos consistently garner hundreds of millions, even billions of views, making him one of the most watched content creators on the planet. But it is not just the sheer size of his audience that is remarkable, it is the depth of his influence, the power he wields over the hearts and minds of his viewers. MrBeast's influence extends far beyond the realm of entertainment. He has become a cultural icon, a symbol of generosity, ambition, and the boundless possibilities of the digital age. His every move is scrutinized, his every word analyzed, his every action imitated by legions of devoted fans. He has the power to shape opinions, to influence behavior, to inspire change on a global scale. This level of influence, while seemingly benign in the hands of someone like MrBeast, raises important questions about the nature of power in the digital age. In a world where attention is currency and influence is king, who guards the guardians? Who holds accountable those who hold such sway over the masses? MrBeast's rise to prominence serves as a stark reminder of the double-edged sword of digital fame. It is a potent force that can be used for good or for ill, to uplift or to exploit, to inspire or to manipulate. As we navigate this brave new world of online influence, it is imperative that we remain vigilant, discerning, and ever mindful of the power dynamics at play. Section 5. The name's the thing, a calculated choice or an unconscious echo. The name MrBeast is at once both innocuous and unsettling. It is a name that evokes a sense of playful mischief, of larger-than-life persona, of someone who pushes the boundaries of convention. Yet it also carries with it a subtle undercurrent of unease, a whisper of something darker, something perhaps unintended, lurking beneath the surface. The choice of such a name, especially in light of the biblical prophecies surrounding the beast of Revelation, is striking, to say the least. Was it a calculated move, a deliberate attempt to court controversy and capitalize on the inherent intrigue of the name? Or was it, as some have suggested, a subconscious choice, an unconscious echo of something deeper, something perhaps even prophetic at play? MrBeast himself has never publicly addressed the potential biblical connotations of his name. He has neither confirmed nor denied any intentional connection to the prophecies of Revelation. This silence, however, has done little to quell the speculation, the whispers of concern, the questions that linger in the minds of those who see in his rise to fame a disturbing parallel to the ancient warnings of Scripture. Whether by design or by coincidence, the name MrBeast serves as a constant reminder of the spiritual battle raging beneath the surface of our seemingly secular world. It is a name that beckons us to look beyond the superficial, to question the motives that lie behind the mask, to consider the possibility that what we see is not all there is. The Beast of Revelation and its enduring shadow. The Book of Revelation, the final chapter of the biblical canon, offers a stark glimpse into the apocalyptic climax of human history. At its heart stands a figure of unparalleled power and malevolence, the Beast. Revelation 13 paints a chilling portrait of this end-times antagonist. The Beast is described as having 7 heads and 10 horns, a grotesque parody of divine authority. It embodies cosmic evil, seeking to usurp heaven and enslave humanity. The Beast is the culmination of all that is wicked and perverse in the human heart. It is a name whispered in hushed tones throughout history, conjuring images of chaos and destruction. In the 21st century, this ancient name has resurfaced, attached to a young man who has captivated the world. Section 2, MrBeast, a deliberate provocation or an unintentional echo. The question that hangs heavy in the air is this: why the name MrBeast? Was it a calculated move to court controversy or a naive oversight? MrBeast himself has remained silent, fueling speculation. Some argue it's a marketing ploy, while others see spiritual implications. Could the name be a deliberate echo of darker forces? Section 3, the normalization of evil, desensitization and the subversion of the sacred. We live in an age where the lines between good and evil are increasingly blurred. The occult has infiltrated mainstream entertainment, desensitizing society. This erosion of moral boundaries is a deliberate tactic to weaken our spiritual defenses. Could MrBeast's rise be part of this agenda, contributing to society's desensitization? Is his name a subtle nod to the forces of darkness? Section 4, a wolf in sheep's clothing, when generosity masks a more sinister agenda. Evil often disguises itself as good, and the Bible warns of wolves in sheep's clothing. MrBeast's empire is built on generosity, but could it be a facade? What if his giveaways are a means to amass influence and control? The Bible cautions us to recognize false prophets by their fruits. Could MrBeast's seemingly sweet fruits ultimately prove bitter? Section 5, the power of a name, symbols, archetypes, and the unconscious mind. Names hold power, carrying history and archetypes that resonate deeply. The name MrBeast evokes the biblical beast of Revelation and the trickster archetype. Even if unintentional, symbols bypass the rational mind, shaping perceptions. The name has become a focal point for discussions about good, evil, and entertainment's role in society. It taps into the collective unconscious, influencing behavior and worldviews. The currency of the digital age likes, subscribers, and the intoxication of influence. Attention is the most coveted prize, and MrBeast has amassed a vast fortune of it. His reach extends further than kings and presidents of the past. This power can shape opinions, sway hearts, and influence culture, but with great power comes great responsibility, often eclipsed by fame and profit. The intoxication of influence carries dangers, including subtle manipulations. A global empire built on entertainment, decoding the MrBeast phenomenon. MrBeast thrives in a digital landscape of distraction. His videos blend suspense, surprise, and generosity, capturing attention. He taps into our desire for hope and redemption in a cynical world. Beyond entertainment, he cultivates a loyal following, internalizing his message. This is the essence of the MrBeast phenomenon. A global empire built on entertainment and strategic manipulation. Behind the curtain, who funds the spectacle? MrBeast's philanthropy is staggering, but where does the money come from? He attributes his wealth to YouTube ad revenue, merchandise sales, and brand partnerships. Speculation and conspiracy theories suggest hidden agendas and wealthy benefactors. The level of funding raises concerns about potential conflicts of interest. Understanding who controls the purse strings is key to understanding the power at play. Section 4, the mark of influence. When entertainment morphs into indoctrination, MrBeast's content, while entertaining, has a deeper influence. His massive platform shapes opinions and instills values. Algorithms prioritize engagement, blurring lines between entertainment and indoctrination. The danger lies in normalizing a worldview that prioritizes spectacle over substance. MrBeast's influence subtly steers a generation towards a particular way of thinking. Section 5, the illusion of choice, navigating the labyrinth of digital manipulation. In the digital age, our choices are often an illusion masked by subtle manipulations. Algorithms track our preferences, creating echo chambers that reinforce beliefs. This environment makes it difficult to discern genuine expression from manipulation. Navigating this labyrinth requires critical thinking and questioning narratives. Even when presented with the best intentions, we must remain vigilant. Section 1. Echoes of the Apocalypse. Deciphering the signs of the times. The Bible speaks of a world gripped by deception, where darkness masquerades as light. As we delve into MrBeast, we must ask, are his rise and influence mere coincidence or echoes of the apocalypse? The book of Revelation warns of a figure who will rise to power, deceiving nations. MrBeast, with his wealth and influence, embodies characteristics of the end times. The parallels and symbolism are unsettling and not to be dismissed lightly. The peril of spiritual indifference in a digital age. The digital age has ushered in an era of unprecedented spiritual apathy. Bombarded with information, entertained to numbness, we lose sight of eternal truths. Spiritual indifference is the breeding ground where evil thrives. We must cultivate a discerning heart and seek truth. The mark of the beast, from metaphor to reality. The beast prophecy in Revelation mentions a mark required for economic and social control. This mark, symbolizing allegiance, has sparked endless debates about its nature and significance. Some see it as a physical mark, others as a symbolic representation. It represents the erosion of autonomy and acceptance of a totalitarian worldview. MrBeast's influence raises concerns about how our minds and values are shaped. The power to manipulate desires and control narratives is the true mark of the beast. The time for complacency is over. We have journeyed through unsettling parallels between biblical prophecies and MrBeast's rise. The symbolism, power dynamics, and spiritual implications are clear. The time for passive observation is over. The questions we raise demand our attention and scrutiny. This is a spiritual battle for the hearts and minds of a generation. We do not present these questions to instill fear, but to awaken discernment. Investigate for yourself. Do not take our word for it. Explore the scriptures, study the prophecies, and compare them to the events unfolding in our world. Seek truth with an open heart and a discerning mind. Be vigilant. Pray for wisdom, for discernment, for the strength to stand firm in your faith. We stand at a crossroads in human history, a precipice overlooking a world teetering between darkness and redemption. The digital age has ushered in an era of unprecedented spiritual vulnerability, where truth and morality are under relentless assault. The forces of darkness wield digital tools to shape perceptions and steer humanity towards a future reflecting ancient prophecies. MrBeast stands at the epicenter of this spiritual struggle. He symbolizes both the potential and dangers of online influence. His rise and persona are urgent calls to awaken from our spiritual slumber. The choice before us is stark yet profound. We can continue down the path of spiritual indifference, accepting the narratives we are fed, or we can awaken, question the narratives, and seek truth with determination. The path of least resistance is rarely the path of righteousness. The pursuit of truth is not always comfortable, often challenging our deepest assumptions, but in this struggle we discover our true strength and commitment to the light of truth. The digital age presents an unprecedented opportunity for spiritual awakening, for the dissemination of truth, and for the formation of a global community united by a shared commitment to seeking truth, pursuing righteousness, and building a world where God's love shines brightly. We are not powerless in this spiritual battle. Let us use our voices, our platforms, and our influence to amplify the voices of truth, to shine a light on injustice, and to inspire others to awaken from their spiritual slumber. This is our call to action, our defining moment.